All right, I'm back after a little bit of a break. Um, was having some technical difficulties. This VR stuff's pretty rough, actually. Uh, but anyway, this is going to be a collective reading. This is not an individual reading for the lunation of the new moon in Libra and the full moon in Aries. And let's just go ahead and get right into the reading. Um, First off, where are the planets right now? We have, and what are their, are they functioning in properly, or maybe not properly, but are they functioning more challenging effects? Are they having harmonious effects? Let's kind of go through each one of the planets. First off, we'll start off with the luminaries, the objects on the chart that don't go retrograde. We have the Sun in Libra, which is in fall. We have Mars, which is in Libra, which is in detriment. We have uh, uh, Venus in Scorpio, she's in fall. And we have Mercury in Scorpio, which he doesn't do too bad here. We've got Jupiter in Sagittarius, very positive. He's in rulership and dignity. We have Saturn in Capricorn, which would normally be positive, but we have the South Node here, kind of bringing out the more negative aspects of Capricorn. We've got Scorpio in Capricorn. He loves being there, but as with Saturn, they're both kind of getting this negative disharmony. Well, let's put it more like it's showing more of the negative, more challenging traits of the aspects of this sign. We've got Chiron in Aries, which I don't think that's the greatest, because that's all about personal self-healing and all that stuff. Um, that's Neptune in Pisces, very strong, very happy, normally. Chiron in Aries, not the greatest place because it's always about uh, identity issues, personal wounds and how we heal. Um, we've got the moon in Aries, which probably is not the greatest spot for the moon. The moon being an emotional planet, luminary, the subconscious one, and Aries being so in your face, kind of more runs on um, heightened emotions. Right, it kind of heightens the emotions and brings out that uh, bring out temper or stuff of that nature. Not the best place for the moon. And then we have Uranus and Taurus, which is in fall. So all in all, most of the planets are not in a very happy spot. Mercury doesn't do too bad in Scorpio. Um, Mercury in Scorpio tends to make you gather information on a very deep, serious, hardcore, I'm not messing around kind of level. It's cleaning house. It's getting the truth kind of stuff. It's digging down deep in the kind of stuff and confronting, and those things are going to manifest in our immediate environment. But anyway, those are the placements of where the planets are right now. But then on top of that, we've got a lot of hard aspects. What do I mean by that? So um, we have the node down here in Cancer, and it's the nodes are basically the path of the shadow of the eclipses from the moon and the sun on the Earth. It's where we see the eclipses, and these eclipses are important this year, as there were last year when the node was in Leo, because Cancer rules the moon. So um, first off, we need to take a good look at the moon. All year, the moon is highlighted, but because the sun is in Libra, there's also an emphasis on Venus. So the two powerhouses of the chart right now, or the two planets that have the strongest effects, in my opinion, are going to be the moon and Venus. So, and the thing is they are kind of in not the best spots, like we were talking. First off, we're going to talk about the sun in fall position is squaring off slowly with all of this. And what does that mean? The sun, like we said, is not in its best position. It's not that it is bad in Libra, but it is in its fall. Is making a hard square, which is a tension, which is a challenging effect on this Capricorn energy. Which, what is Capricorn? That has to do with, you know, our ambitions, our goals, work. It's an earth sign. It has to do with money. Um, and then Libra being here is all about relationships. So, there could be some tensions and some challenges at work. There could be, with this full moon, with it all opposing in Aries, this full moon could bring some emotions into the workplace or some frustrations. And with Chiron here, there could have a reflective nature to the whole thing where, you know, I've noticed a lot of stuff happening in relationships and work and, love relationships and work relationships where things aren't going exactly the way you want it to. They're a little bit challenging. The key is to take these situations and grow from them, not throw fire on the situations. That's kind of like what the universe, that's what the stars are kind of pushing us to do at the moment. And I've noticed a lot of shifts, a lot of power plays, especially as we've got Mercury and Venus moving into Scorpio, the sign of power plays, and very, with uh, this sextile over to Neptune, a lot of manipulation and a lot of unseen, subconscious kind of stuff going on. But anyway, this hard square, a lot of people may start noticing um, a emphasis on relationship and the work environment, and how that, because that's also squaring this node, is affecting how we feel, and our sense of security and stability, and our ambitions, our goals may not be going the way you think they are going. You may be confronted with some challenging situations now that are going to come to a head on the 13th, roughly around the 13th. This is a kind of a progression, depending on where your planets are and where this is happening for you. The timing could be pre or post. And all of this is highlighting our self, our identity, our ego, how we feel. And, this is a little bit of a rough spot right now. These red lines, these squares and oppositions are tensions. They're challenges, they're tests, they're things that happen to us that bring out the best in us later, or their growth. They have to do with growth, especially anything to do with Chiron. Growth, healing, moving on, learning. We've just had that last square with. We've had this going on for quite some time between Jupiter and Neptune. You've noticed A lot of this past couple years, um, the media and politics and all that stuff deals with these negative aspects of Jupiter, people's truths and perspectives, and Piscean illusion and manipulation and subconscious kind of collective subconscious kind of stuff. Um, and it's all been uh, complementing this Capricorn energy, which is our government, our laws, our all that stuff. These structures and rules that are in our lives. With Venus, I mean, with the Sun here in Libra, Libra also has to do with justice. So if you've not noticed that at the beginning of this new moon in Libra, I've seen a lot of power plays happen. A lot of the scales are kind of tipping uh, all around me, but also on the global stage. We've got uh, the perspective of the Democrats trying to impeach, bring justice to Donald Trump, and a lot of us have no clue what's going on. This deceptive Pisces media kind of thing is, everybody has their own political agenda right now. With especially with Jupiter and Sagittarius, everybody's truths are there. Should be it's skewed because of this hard square. There's a distorted sense of my views, but the highest truth. Very Sagittarian, negative sides of Sagittarius, the challenging sides of Sagittarius, and the challenging sides of Pisces, the lies and the deceptiveness and the elusiveness and the glamour and all that stuff that we are in a haze when it comes to all that stuff. These truths are, a lot of us think we know what's going on, but we don't. I don't. You don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't. So we've also got all these personal planets moving through, getting ready to move through Scorpio, and they're all going to have to pose Uranus here in Taurus, which is bringing disruptive, unexpected, and spontaneous events that are challenging our self-worth and our value system in our lives. You may be having this reevaluation of people, jobs, um, political views, your own personal self-image, and what you think of yourself, persona, being challenged and reevaluated. People may be shifting jobs. People may be getting fired. A lot of burnout. Uh, there could be a lot of legal things going on. People may have court issues, stuff of that nature, power plays. All these red lines are kind of challenging energies. So right now is really rough, and the thing is, it's not really going to let up anytime soon. It's going to come to a boiling point, like in most of my videos I've been speaking about in January, middle of January. You know, pre or post. The effects are, kind of time. It's a buildup. So things may be a little bit challenging right now. And we should be, and the focus this year being on the North Node in Cancer, about how we feel, especially with this lunation, is personally how do we feel about our jobs, about our relationships, about our personal perspectives and views and beliefs, about do we feel connected uh, with all this stuff, this whole scenario. Um, so for the most part, that's a lot of the negative side of it. The more subtle alignments, I would say, a little bit more positive, or let's try to get a little bit more positive, is for most of the year we've had um, Neptune sextiling off and on the South Node and the all this Capricorn energy, which is kind of um, for some of us who are a little bit more emotionally mature, which may not. I'm not that emotionally mature, but we can take this in stride, and it's about letting go of all of these things and letting them happen, but learning from them and gaining as we have the personal planets getting ready to trine all this, um, letting go of the way that we used to communicate or the way that we're communicating in our value systems. It's okay if things have gotten stale or things don't work anymore. It's time to move past that stuff and accept it and wash away and reform and rebuild ourselves, Aries. Reform, rebuild, Scorpio or Pluto, Saturn, Capricorn, these structures, and manifest positive relationships, work environment, self value, persona, reinventing ourselves, self worth, things of value. And all in all, that complements this need and how we feel. A lot of law of attraction energy going on with this in all these areas of life. Lots of you're going to get more of what you put out. You create your own reality by what you say, and that self-worth is built off of all of this. Um, all of the planets are uh, where was I going with that? I don't even remember where I was going with that. But anyway, so this month could be very challenging for people. But the thing is, the other side of this could be life changing, make you stronger. That which does not kill us makes us stronger, kind of thing. That whole Nietzschean uh, philosophy is very much going on right now. So, but anyway, I know a lot of people are going through relationship problems. I've seen a lot of power plays at work. I've seen a lot of people, in a lot of pain right now. And one of the this law of attraction things that's going on is you're attracting more of what you're putting out, especially with Mercury here in Scorpio. You know, uh, you're making manifest these that power. It's activating that internal power at a core level. So the information that we're gathering in and putting out is, really, really the key thing here. And I feel like I'm kind of rambling now and all that stuff, but um, love you guys and got back on here. Hopefully I can get back in the ebb and flow of all this fun stuff and get past all the technical bull crap and with the computers and all that stuff, and actually get back to the actual readings and get back into the ebb and flow and all that stuff. But like I said, I'm rambling now, and this is really just for me. Uh, Hopefully you like it. You guys can always join me on my YouTube channel, Psionic Astrology. Look for my face. I would appreciate if you subscribed and give me a like if you found anything useful. Thank you. Love you guys.